Hello again from the forge. Got the fire burning. Got an oddly shaped piece of steel here. A piece of scrap from another project. Let's get it hot and smash it a few times and see what kind of mess we can make. If you like the video, be sure and like and subscribe. We're pushing for that 1,000 subscriber mark. I think we're a little bit over 600 right now. Trying to get to that 1,000 when we do. The blade I forged 2 videos ago. We're going to handle it up and we're going to do it for a giveaway. So be sure and hit that like, subscribe button, share the video. Hit the bell so you know when we upload new stuff. Thanks for watching. Okay. First thing we're going to do is take some of the funny curve out of this piece of steel, so I've got something a little more uniform to work with. There we go. That's about what I want. Yep. Now I believe I'm going to have to get it hot again, and I'm going to set down my blade to handle transition, the part that's going to end up being the finger well. Now what I'm doing now is preform. And once I get my preform done, I'll actually forge it out to the dimensions I want. And I want a fairly small knife. The smaller knives seem to sell well at the shows. And that's kind of what I want. That's bringing that finger well down good. Now we're going to draw out the tip. And notice as I'm drawing it out, it's getting longer. I'm trying to keep the thickness roughly the same at this point. Just using it to add length to what's going to be the blade. Now we'll work on the handle. Forge it down from the part that's going to be the finger well out towards what's going to be the pommel end of the handle. It's just a quick check of the length there when I laid it down along the anvil. Now I'm thinning the handle material out. I'm drawing a taper from the back of the blade out toward the end of the handle. I'm thinning it out, lengthening it, and making it wider. It's going to be a little longer than I had intended, but nah. That's why God made man smart enough to invent a bandsaw. Or a hardy cutter if I wanted to do it the old-fashioned way. It's pretty well the thickness I want. Good width. Need to work on that finger well a little bit, so we'll go to the horn of the anvil for that. It's just going to round that finger well out, make it look a little more uniform. And drop it, of course. You got to drop everything at least once. A little more shaping on the handle. I think that's going to turn out pretty good. Yeah, the handle's about done. Now we'll get the blade hot and we'll start working on the blade. Had to put a reverse curve in and almost forgot. That would have been a disaster. We'll start by drawing down the heel, establishing a bevel at the very back, and start drawing out our bevel a little bit, and that's going to straighten that backward curve out. And as I'm doing that, I'm working gradually farther up the blade from the blade edge to the spine. And that's making the blade wider and thinner. I'm trying to draw a good taper from the heel of the blade out to the tip. And you can see that's making it quite a bit longer. Just add in a little, want the profile the way I want it, a little nice little smooth curve in the blade. Dress the edges a little more. Now this blade's going to need very little grinding when I'm done. Pretty happy with it. Just have to nip the end of the handle off. So I nip the end of the handle off, and I'm just straightening the handle, making sure that the taper's centered. And there we go. That's going to be a nice little blade. All right, so that's another project on the way to being done. Heated it back up and put it in the barrel to anneal. Later on, we'll get it out, heat treat it, and it'll be ready to handle as soon as we can get some holes drilled in it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little short video. Just for a little more specifics, we started out with around 4.5 inches. Our overall length at the end was right about 7, a little over 7. That's counting trimming off because the handle was too long. But I think it's going to be a nice little Skinner. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Maybe if you're out there trying to start smithing, maybe you learned a little something. Either way, thanks for watching. God bless.